Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker had one of the best seasons any quarterback had in the 2021 college football season. I want to take a few minutes and talk about what he was able to do and how he was able to do it so successfully. But I want to spend the majority of the time breaking down the film or looking at the throws he was able to make and the plays he was able to make with his legs that really helped him set apart himself during this college football season. So, real quick, let's look at the statistics that Hooker was able to put up during this SEC season. So Hendon Hooker finished the year with 26 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns. So a total of 31 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. So almost a 9-to-1 ratio of touchdowns to interceptions. And if you include the rushing touchdowns, it's a better than 10-to-1 ratio. So did a great job taking care of the football, had a completion percentage of 69%, and had right over 2,500 yards passing and over 500 yards rushing. So very impressive stats for the Tennessee quarterback. And what made it more impressive to me was, yeah, the completion percentage and the taking care of the football really stands out. And so a lot of times you might look at those numbers and be like, yeah, they probably had a lot of short passes, screens to the receivers, didn't push the ball downfield very much, and that was part of their offense, right? They did have they did have a lot of screens to the receivers and dump offs real quick, but we're going to see Hendon Hooker pushing the ball downfield and doing it often. So he was very accurate with deep throws, very accurate with balls over the middle of the field, a lot of intermediate throws and tight windows, and then of course he's able to take care of the ball. So to me, that's pretty impressive, right? So not every high completion percentage season and not every low interception season is created equal. So I think Hendon Hooker is even more impressive because he pushed the ball downfield a lot, and we're going to see that in these videos that we're going to break down in a second. And he had a lot of balls he's able to fit into tight spaces. So the fact he's able to take care of the football and be accurate while making low percentage throws essentially is really, really impressive. And real quick, let me look up one more stat I forgot to look up. I apologize. I want to see what his yards per attempt was, because that's something that can be telling as well. Yards per attempt. So non-conference 9.9, away was 11.6. So the yards per attempt, I don't know why I can't find it. Okay, 9.8 yards per attempt, I apologize. So almost 10 yards per attempt. And his completion percentage was almost 70, and he only had 3 interceptions. So hell of a season for Hendon Hooker. One of my favorite quarterbacks to watch. Anyone that's watched this channel knows that I think Hendon Hooker is probably the best quarterback no one's talking about, right? Him and KJ Jefferson are kind of my 2 favorite guys. Not my favorite guys. Have been 2 of the guys we've broken down a lot because they had great seasons and no one was giving them a ton of publicity, I guess. So anyways, sorry I took so much time talking. Let's dive in the film. We're going to look at Hendon Hooker's deep balls first, then his intermediate throws, and then we're going to look at his ability to use his legs at the very end. So here's a deep, accurate throw from Hooker on a 3rd and 7 against Kentucky. So we're going to see off coverage here, already snap of the ball. The DB's already in his back pedal here. So again, makes it even that much more impressive. The receiver, 1, gets behind him, and 2, Hooker's able to make that accurate deep throw. We'll see good time in the pocket here, right? He's able to stay in the pocket, feels fine even with some pressure coming. Delivers an accurate ball downfield, boom, hits him in stride, and then he's able to go for a touchdown there. So that actually gave Tennessee the lead in the first quarter. So again, just an example of Hooker with an accurate throw downfield against off coverage. So touchdown pass from Hooker, doing a good job taking the top off here. We got Mizzou is stacking the box with 7 guys here. So this is a good a good read here. Stack the box, only 4 DBs. Yeah, I'm throwing that ball. So we're going to see Hooker keeps it. Goes back to throw. Everyone's crashing in, right? You can't see the other safety, but crashing in. So Hooker does a good job staying in the pocket, taking the top off the defense. Not bad coverage by this corner. Places the ball perfectly right here for a touchdown. So good job going deep by Hooker, taking the top off the defense and getting them out of position for a touchdown. So long touchdown pass from Hooker, but one of my favorite plays of the season for him because you're going to see him do a little fake rollout here. It's going to get the defense to kind of bite in or at least have their eyes on him, and then you see a receiver get behind the defense for a touchdown here. So using his potential threat as a runner to open up the passing game is another big thing that Hooker's able to do this year that really helps. So let's watch him here. Boom. So right off the bat, you saw the safety point. He knew this was happening here, but he's still taking this guy here. And then there's no one up top here, right? So it comes in, Hooker looks, boom, wide open for a touchdown there. So again, uses his legs to get guys out of position, then throws a deep ball for a touchdown. So touchdown pass from Hooker against Alabama here. We're going to see this receiver just straight up beat the DB. DB's not in very good position right off the bat, but still Hooker has a touchdown there. That actually put Tennessee, I think, by by within a touchdown in the fourth quarter. But regardless, good accurate throw there by Hooker on that deep touchdown. So here's a deep ball here from Hooker, and it's a hell of a catch by the receiver, but I wanted to show it for a few reasons. I think it's a good example of Hooker, of you being able to see the ball just kind of jump out of his hands, right? I think he's got a stronger arm than people think. It's a long throw from the left hash all the way from the 50-yard line inside the 10-yard line on the right side of the field. So long throw there. His receiver's able to go up and get it. So just another example of a different way of Hooker completing a deep ball. But I wanted to show it because I think he does a good job showing his arm strength. Let's go back and watch it one more time. Boom, 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 boom. Just watch how the ball just kind of jumps out of his hands. See if I can pause it here. Right before we go. Good. Close to the left hash, right side of the field. Big throw there. So here's one of my favorite throws from Hooker, and any Tennessee fan that's followed this channel has probably seen me talk about this throw before. So it's a touchdown throw on a little bang route from the outside receiver. It's a good example of Hooker's ability to fit the ball into tight space on an intermediate throw. So we're going to watch this here because there's not a lot of room for error. We'll see Hooker slightly looks off the safety, keeps him in the middle of the field at the snap of the ball. Now he's turning his head here, getting ready to let it rip over the backer. Boom, right there. So right over the backer before the safety gets over, and with pretty good coverage by the corner here, right? Still able to fit the ball there into a very small window for a touchdown against Ole Miss. So really good throw by Hooker. Shows his arm strength and his accuracy in a very, very small window. So here is a fantastic throw by Hooker. Little post route down the middle of the field. Good coverage too. Not a lot of room for error. And this is a perfect example of what I mean when I talked about not all 3 interception seasons are created equal, and not all 69% completion completion percentages are equal as well. Meaning Hooker was taking some risk and pushing the ball downfield and was doing it and taking care of the ball and doing it accurately. It wasn't just screen passes like we talked about earlier. Okay, let's watch the play. So he gets his eyes downfield. Right here is where he's going to. He sees the DB having to turn real quick to get back. Still good coverage by the DB, but Hooker's able to make that throw right there. You can kind of see top of the screen. Not a lot of room for error. Good job by the receiver bodying him out. Great throw right there down the middle of the field. So again, not all accurate quarterbacks are equal. Not all quarterbacks that take care of the ball are equal, which makes Hooker even more impressive with throws like that. So here we got Hooker on another intermediate throw here. So we see it's a good job Hooker getting the defensive lineman to jump offside. He's about to hike the ball. We're going to see just a seam route down the middle of the field, and Hooker does a good job just hitting the receiver in the hole here. So nice hole shot, middle of the field. Right there we see Hooker's looking. The ball's about to come out, throwing into that hole here. Safety can't get over in time. Up top corner over here, and then we got the trailing DB right here. Great throw by Hooker. Boom, right in between all these 3 guys, right? Nice little triangle-ish throw, but a good job by Hooker. Accurate downfield. Did he get it for a touchdown? I don't believe so, but regardless, good throw there by Hooker on a line between those 3 DBs. So here we got an accurate throw by Hooker on a post route here, and it ends up being a touchdown. It's actually put Tennessee ahead against Alabama for the time being. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out this play. Hits his receiver in stride, comes in. He's going to hit this receiver right here. The DB's already turned. Good job by Hooker seeing that. Notice his eyes are right there, checking it out. Steps up in the pocket, throws an accurate ball, boom, hits him in stride. The receiver's able to do the rest and go in for a touchdown. So a good throw there by Hendon Hooker, hitting his guy in stride. So here's a design run for Hooker, or at least the run option. Hooker does a good job keeping it. We're going to see these defensive players crash in here. Hooker just keeps it nice, easy play for Hooker. People crash in, right? Back. No one's even watching here at all, right? Which is kind of a surprise, but a good job, good fake by Hooker. Keeping it and then getting upfield, showing his speed for a first down. So again, just wanted to show a few clips of him running the ball, not in a scramble situation. So here we got Hooker on a scramble, dropping back to pass here, right? So it's a first down. So here we got a 3rd and 10 scramble against Kentucky from Hooker, and you're going to see his athleticism. Right when he decides to go, he takes off, right? So as opposed to waiting to even dump it off or trying to hit a receiver, it shows his ability, his intelligence, one, just to go ahead and do that, then his athleticism to get upfield. Big first down there at that point in the game, 25-ish yard gain right there. So here's an RPO keeper by Hooker. Nice little zone read that he's got here. So we're going to see the defense caves in here, runs up here, makes a few guys miss. So a good example of his ability in the open field, as it's like he is like 10-ish yards downfield before someone comes into contact with him. So we see he has that option here to throw here. Instead he keeps it, gets upfield. No one's around. Safety, whoop, makes him miss. Right, goes down. And then does he make another guy miss? Yep, makes two guys miss and then gets down. So about a 20-ish yard gain there on that run by Hooker. So again, the ability to push the ball downfield, the ability to make throws in the tight windows and the intermediate spaces, and the ability to use his legs is why Hendon Hooker was able to have such a good season this year and why he's one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football and is the best quarterback that no one is talking about. So I want to hear from you, though. What do you think about Hendon Hooker's season, the 2021 season? How do you think he ranks with the other quarterbacks coming back? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this type of quarterback video, this quarterback breakdowns, please consider giving us a subscription. Excuse me, I can't talk. Please consider subscribing to our channel. We put out quarterback content throughout the week, mainly these type of breakdowns. So again, let us know in the comments below what you think of Hendon Hooker. We'll see you next time in the next quarterback-related video.